All I heard was, D, did you tub this year? What's going on outside? What's going on with the fish? Well, today I'm going to show you. Let's go.
From this moment on, you will now be known as Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh ha ha!
Welcome, brother Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh ha ha!
Enough with the sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh!
Well, we back here in the yard. You know, I got my green thumb out here in Brooklyn. We forget about yard space. Yeah, we actually got some. You don't need a lot to have a little summer tubbing adventure out here. So I know I've been a little bit busy this year. Didn't give you the full update as I used to, but I'm gonna do that today. And for those of you that also ask, yeah, I'm still wearing the Metas, 2 years strong. So those that think I just got them, now I'm old school. Old school's the new school. So let's take a look at the tub. I gotta admit, this has been a really good year. I got a lot of vegetable growth, a lot of plant growth, and even some new colors, and that goes double for the tub. First, I'm gonna start with the covering, because you know D had some adventures with the wildlife out here that I never thought would give me a problem. But if you got a tub and you don't have it covered, baby, you are looking for trouble. So, got different things going in the tub. Let's bring you along for a closer look. Well, I got my paradise fish, which have been my all-time favorite for having out in the tub because they're so resilient. I mean, they're beautiful fish. They're very active. They really recognize their owner and they're not shy. But I did get a crap load of weird algae growth. You know, the regular slimy stuff that you get. You can look in real close and see it. It's really messy. I've just kind of dealt with it because I didn't want to just pull it out. I'm going for the natural activity of the fish, and I was hoping that it giving them a little extra spawning cover, which it probably did. I haven't seen the fry yet, but I did see a couple of the white clouds, which I really wasn't trying to breed outside. I always put the white clouds in here as mosquito fish. They're great at taking out larvae and things like that. Let me bring you for a closer look. And when I say moss, this is what I'm talking about. You can just look how to wrap that stuff up. There's tons and tons of it. If you had it in a fish tank, you'd go nuts. But out here, I don't worry about it because at the end of the day, I'm gonna chuck all of this moss. I just leave it in there so that the fish have some spawning cover. And it helps when you have fish like paradise fish because they tend to chase each other. And it gives them easy hiding space. You can see those fish swimming there. Got my beta, courtesy of my man Bill from the club. The beta is doing good outside too. And here is the reason the wife doesn't come out to the tub, because she sees one of these guys and freaks out. But anyway, you can see they don't bother me at all because I have bug repellent on. Smart guy. But back to the fish. I got the red paradise fish, which are a beautiful species of paradise fish. Really hard to find. I think I have 5 of them in here. I've completely ignored the tub and let them do what they do. I also have guppies, which I'll be bringing inside soon. And just tons and tons of plant growth. Of course, this is fake. I put that in here because I found that the red paradise fish were actually nesting under it. And Old Big Blue, my one black paradise fish that I raised from fry from last year. You can see that dude is huge. He doesn't even look black, but just a beautiful male. Beautiful bubble nest over there. Look at that size of that bubble nest over here. And I do nothing. I feed them every day. Sometimes I skip a day. If it's raining, I won't do it. There's lots of fauna and things in there. You can see how fast they swim through that mulch. Well, I call it mulch, but it's really just weed and algae and stuff. But really good and healthy for the fish. Is that another beta? What's that? Oh yeah, that's my other red beta. Look how beautiful the colors are in this fish. And I'm gonna bring them inside soon. I'll probably have them at the next club auction because I'm not keeping beta fish inside the house anymore. This will be the last year that I keep them in the house because they kind of get forgotten about in the grand scheme of things. But beautiful fish, beautiful colors. You can look at the colors and just see what difference having them in natural sunlight does for the fish. On another note, I'll add also that planting certain bug resistant plants around your tub and even around your vegetables is a great help in keeping the environment in balance. You don't get too much of anything. And I forgot the name of this beautiful plant, but I just fell in love with the purple fauna. It just looks beautiful. And every time I come over here to feed the fish, I take a minute to just observe the plants growing. I have some mosses in there. I have swords in there, which you really can't see because they're covered in algae. I don't know if I'm gonna bring these plants inside this year. I'll let them die out, and I'm probably gonna empty the tub this year. This is what happens when you don't empty the tub. I never got this moss before, but last year I did not empty the tub. I left the water in there, and this algae just spawned up. I never had that before, but the fish don't care. I got white clouds in there just going bazoobs, and there are those red paradise fish. They're smaller than the black paradise and the regular species of paradise. There's a big female there. If you can see through all the light, really probably ready to spawn here. One thing about having them outside, they'll come right to you. They're like not afraid. They like come right to you. You don't get that experience in the tank inside. I got 3 or 4 females, and there's another male. That's an albino male. Beautiful fish. Look at the trail. You know, the tail is just trailing beautiful long. He doesn't mess with Old Black though. Old Black has a big territory and he tends to hold it down. So that is his side of the tub, is Old Black's side of the tub. And this guy just chills in the rest of the tank. You'll see him make his way over there, and he'll probably get chased back in a minute because he's kind of crossing the territory. As far as motion and filtration, there is none. All I have is ye old bubbler. As you can see, my solar powered pump, year 2, doing good. No complaints. Solar power, driving force, just keeping it oxygenated. I have the solar powered pond pump right over there. My little spray, you can see the motion over there, and I have a bubbler over here. I had another one, but the motor died on it, and I was like, you know what? Let's see if I really need it, which I don't. I don't have any movement over here, which is probably another reason why all the algae is over here. If you look, no movement versus over here where there's movement. Look how clear the water is, no algae. So you can make a note of that, and I can actually get a shot. Oh man, I can see Old Black go into his little space there. He went right in there, and you can see him peeking out of the bubble nest, which is right there. Beautiful area. The wonderful thing about tubbing, if you guys haven't, tried it, this is just a 70-gallon horse trough that I've had for about 5 or 6 years now. It's 6 feet long, about 2 feet across, and I have it in a shaded area so it doesn't get horrible direct sunlight. You don't want anything in direct sunlight because it's going to overheat and it's going to just give you a ton of problems. But having a vertical view side to side, you can really observe how the fish move and how they nest in the overhangs. You see how they actually create these overhangs. They move things around to suit themselves. And you can see it. There's Old Black spot, the same layout. Here's another one. There's a beta up in that corner, if you can see him. There he is, right in that corner, just peeking up there. Bill, this shot is for you. Beta in his natural habitat in the tub. Awesome. They will sit on the surface and go to sleep. Sometimes I come here in the middle of the night and just see them just laying there on the side, just chilling. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sight to see. And the white clouds, they just cruise all day. Usually the white clouds would have spawned by now. So I'm trying to be careful, but I'm soon going to be emptying the tub because it's starting to get cold on a regular. So going to be kind of careful, because this is when I always find fries. When I'm taking algae and things out the tank, I'll just see things darting around. And with so much of this moss, it's going to be darn near impossible to catch the fish without emptying the whole tub, because there's a lot of fish in here. I got about, I think I have 3 guppies. There's 2 females and there's a male in there somewhere, and probably 3 or 4 white clouds. I didn't put a lot of fish in here because I just wanted it to be the paradise fish. But don't think I've seen any fry yet, so I'm going to leave them to their own. I'm going to pull a lot of the other stuff out of here in the next couple of days, kind of open it up, clean it up a bit, and start looking at winterizing everything, because yeah, here in New York, September, October can be a real shot in the dark. You never know what you're gonna get. There's Old Black. He is about 4 to 5 inches across, and you can see him just telling this other beta, look, you know the deal, move out of my space. And they have a little respect zone going on. But yeah, this is something you can do with less. I'm not going to go really long into it, but a lot of people asked me for the update, and I'm going to give you a quick walk over to the other tub where I have some tetras. Got to walk through my little vegetable garden where I got some tomatoes falling all over the place. A lot of tomatoes this year, a lot of peppers, as you can see. A lot of tomatoes, a lot of peppers. But once again, I planted mums around the plants, the tubs, and my vegetables. I planted mint in these pots to keep the mosquitoes and things and bugs away. We got those dreaded lantern flies, which have kind of decimated my grapevine. So no grapes this year. And that'll bring you to my old 40-gallon tub here. I believe it's 30 or 40, I forget. But this is another project which you can look at my older videos and get a breakdown of how I built it and how it's constructed. This is just a tub from Home Depot. I just threw a little bit of moss in there, and once again, you can see the solar power. Where's the meter? I don't even know where the oh, there it is. Solar power pump, air pump, solar power air pump. That's the panel. The pump, I took one of those old wipes, the Clorox wipes containers, and put the pump in there so it wouldn't get wet. You don't want to get those pumps wet. They don't do well in water. And look at that. Don't be chicken, but you can see on on my sedum, I have about 6 different types of sedum out here, and the bees and things love it. They don't bother you. They just cross-pollinate, and when they cross-pollinate, it's just beautiful back here. There's another variety of mums. So just growing plants around your tubs, it will just get you to come out here and enjoy these things. I don't even look in this tub, so these guys just do their own thing. They're in there, believe me. I haven't checked on them. I haven't done none. I don't even know if I fed them too many times, but they're in there. And you can start this with many different types of fish. You can do white clouds. You can do Danios. Danios are very hardy. Of course, I love my paradise fish. If you don't plant, for some reason or another, you will get plants. Believe me, something about the water and the natural algae that you get. Life finds a way, as they say in Jurassic Park. Life finds a way. And this is just a little tub. It's about 2 feet. I have some drainage holes cut in the side, so if it rains, it doesn't overflow. You definitely, absolutely have to have that. And a cover. This have the natural cover. I just cut the lid so that I could open it. I'll give you a shot of what that looks like. I just cut the lid. Look, a little spider's running over there. I cut the lid. I didn't cut it all the way so that I could lift it up. I don't have to have hinges or anything on it. And when it rains, water fills up in there and it does what it does. So that is the update, my friends. Stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button. I love you guys' input. Let me know what you want to see. Here's some plants I plant. I take to work. I do cuttings also. I do cuttings. I leave them out here, and just becomes a whole big beautiful garden.